first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Off of play action, here's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Lance looking to throw it.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the draw is Sermon.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
To throw, it's Lance.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that
Rosas' kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Niners 10, Saints nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Rosas now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Niners 17, Saints nothing.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Lance and company going on 4th down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 17-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Niners 17, Saints nothing.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance. This to the outside. It's Sermon.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Freeman.
We got this.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
San Francisco.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Lance.
He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Here's Lance.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he...
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Hey, pick 26.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted the 3rd time. Picked off near the 29. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time today. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the route is on here in this first half.
Saints, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Finding some room at midfield.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance.
Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Lance now on 1st down.
Flushed out right.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Looking for right, and he finds him. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Let's go, B. Big Sears right here.
Now Rodgers.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Rodgers going to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And 7 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Again, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
Leads the score, Niners 31, Saints 7. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
On the ground, Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Second and 5.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. Shoves him away. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch. Throwing on first down is Lance.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go.
Tua to try again on second down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move them.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Saints 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And out across midfield, down to the 45.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And he whips that one incomplete there. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going?
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll return it from the 6. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.
Everyone's got 4 down. Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Bring it.
And they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.